Good morning. This presentation is on how to measure course outcome, and program educational objectives and build a report on that. Before I get into this report, let me take you to the concept of outcome-based education, its importance and all. See here, the outcome-based education, it speaks about what the student should be able to do. We need to define for every course. Then how to make the student achieve this outcome. This is the second step of that happens in a classroom learning teaching process and all. The most important thing is that how to measure what the student has achieved. Okay, this, right? There are no standard methods or ways that is being specified by any accreditation body. We need to develop on our own, right? Now this is the base. Now I wanted to take you to the another one. So look into this course outcome measurement. This is upon the completion of the course which we are going to see, right? Program outcome upon the graduation. How do we do it? We will see this also. And the program educational objectives. That is few years after the graduation. That is 4 to 5 years. But here also it can be done from from one is from external way of doing it, the other one is the internal way of doing it. I would like to cover all these things. The other very important aspect which I would like to share with you people is, right, precise illustration of how course outcomes, modes of delivery of the courses, assessment tools. So this is very important. Okay, please try to focus on that. Okay, assessment tool. This is most important. We need to develop a tool. Assessment tools are used to assess the impact of the course delivery, course content, and laboratory and project coursework are contributing towards the attainment of the POs. This is the focus point of an outcome-based education and National Board of Accreditation at the accreditation process and all these things. Right? With this background, all these details are there in my earlier presentation. With this short summary of this, now we will go back to our actual the tools that is being developed. This. So this is the worksheet. You can automate this, develop a software on this, use an Excel sheet or use a printed sheet and work with paper and pencil, whatever that is convenient to you, use it. But if a software is developed, it's more convenient for all, because at one click of button, right, all the reports are being generated. But this is the prototype. Okay, this prototype can be used to develop the software also. This is the cover sheet. It speaks about the course code, course name, which semester, which program, who is the faculty, duration of the semester, contact number, department to which this particular course teacher belongs to. Look at this. This is the very important sheet. Okay, this is done based on the model that is being followed in SDM Engineering College. Here in our end semester examination, we have 7 questions. First question is objective type. We leave it. To begin with, we leave this. Question number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? We consider for measurement of attainment of course outcome, thereby a program outcome, and hence the program educational objectives. Each question has maximum 4 options in that one, A, B, C, D. If there are no options, then you can use only one column of given any question. So let me tell you different parts of this particular sheet. Here are the question number 2, question number 3, question number 4, 5, 6, 7 for a particular course code, particular semester. Right, this is the illustration for end semester examination. Here are the options A, B, C, D, maximum 4. Now this is the packet number. Okay, whatever the packet you select, packet has a maximum 10 answer script in that one. So you have 1 to 10 for this. Now here, now consider, now I will take an example of say question number 2, right? And show you what is that you will be doing here. The question number 2, say A part. If the student has answered correctly, put a tick mark. If a student has answered wrongly, then put a cross mark here. Then here the question is what is correct and what is wrong. Here the competency of the faculty member comes into the picture. When I say correct, that means student is able to do this for given any problem outside in the market, that is industry readiness. Today people are all talking all about that industry readiness, making a student to think, okay, for solve real life problems, think, okay, abstract, right? Many things people are talking all about that. Say when we put a tick mark, it means that student can do any such given problem hereafter, right? And we keep the things blank if a student has not attempted, right? And if a student has not attempted correctly, we put a cross mark. Now consider such one snapshot for question number 2a. Now here we have two rows here, right? Look at that. Count for support calculation. Now support and the confidence, these are the two parameters that we use, which is taken from the data mining. Support stands for how many students have attempted this question. That means, okay, here the number of students attempted are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So number of students who have attempted, okay, is 6 here. Then confidence is out of these 6, how many have correctly attempted according to you, right? That's why your competency comes into the picture. The competency of the faculty member, the the type of question that you are set, that decides the meaning of an attainment, whatever that you project. 90% is 90% if question papers at higher levels. If a question is not at the questions are not at the higher levels, 90% has no meaning at all. Now here in this example, out of 6, how many have correctly attempted? Okay, that is, see here, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the number of students who have correctly attempted is 4, right? So like this, for every option you have to fill this. If there are no option for a given question, or all the options in that are based on the same course outcome, then you can use one column under, okay, out of these 4 options you can use only one column to indicate that a question number 3 here in this case. Let me read the policy, I mean the rules used in filling this. I would like to read these aspects. Hope these all things are clear at this stage. Now the footnote is each cell contains a marking, cross mark or the tick mark or the blank space. Cross mark indicates answer is wrong. Tick mark indicates answer is correct. What is correct? To begin with that, you can start with, say, if a scored mark scored is more than or equal to 50% of the total marks allotted to that question, then you can consider it's all right. But this can vary from question to question. This can vary from teacher to teacher, and over a period of time you can keep on increasing this value, 50% today, 60, 70, 80, 90. Okay, you can keep on. That speaks about the quality of the graduates that you are producing. The blank indicates that student has not answered this question. And #1 here includes a count of both marking cross as well as tick mark, that is number of students who have attempted this question. #2 right here includes a count with only marking tick mark, that is number of students who have attempted this question correctly. So this is how we do it for all the packets. Hope this is clear. Let me move to the next one. Like this, we do it for all the packets. Then the summary of all the packets, Okay, would like to put it into the another one. Okay, let me tell you about this. Now consider that, okay, here number of student, total number of student in the course is say 100, right? Then for every question, again ABCD options, right? The course, see here, mapping to the course outcome. See this question number 2A, question number 2A, right? Wherever it is mapping, it may be mapping to course outcome number 1, course outcome number 4, etc. Whatever that is there, you write it here. And to which, okay, program outcome it is mapping, say it may be A or it may be K, whatever that is there, you write it here. This is just for your reference. This is an extraction from syllabus and also from the question paper. Now for all the packets, whatever that you are done, you are putting the summary of all these things counts. The first one is sum of all #1 counts, you are putting it here. In a previous case, right, it was a 6 and the sum of all #2 was 2, 4, sorry, I'm sorry, 4, right? So from all the packets I collect, now assume that this is say 50, right? This is say 50 and this is say 10, right? This, now consider that this is what the summary that we got it. Now we calculate the support. Now what is the meaning of the support? That is how many attempted this question, that is a ratio of students who according to you written the answer, that is the #1, to this question, to the total number of students appeared in the examination, that is a Z here, that is 100 multiplied by 100, it's a percentage. So in this case the support here is, okay, 50 students have attempted, right, divided by 100, right? Then in order to calculate percentage, it is multiplied by again 100. Okay, this becomes support. That means support is nothing but how many students have attempted this question. The confidence is, right, let me read, how many attempted correctly this question. That is the ratio of number of students who according to you written properly, that is the #2, the answer to the total number of students who answered this question. See, if a student have answered this question, then only the correct, how many have correctly attempted comes into picture. If they are not answered, then including those people makes no sense. This is because, right, in our question paper we have an option. Student may be knowing it but he has not answered, then we cannot count it. So when you make all the questions compulsory, then the denominator is always same. But in this case, the options are there. So out of 50 student, how many have answered correctly? That is 10, right? Thus, this is the confidence multiplied by, right, it's a percentage, so it is 100, right? Now in this case, support is say 50, right, and the confidence is say 20%, right? Now how to read this? How to read this? It is a 50% of the student who have answered this. It is a 20% of 50%. The confidence speaks about the quality of the support. Support and confidence goes together. The 20% of 50% who made an attempt, right, have attained this. That's the quality of this. So attainment of question number 2A here is 20% of 50%. This is because we have an options. Some student might not have attempted this particular question, though they know it. I cannot consider them in looking into, okay, the attainment of question number 2A here. This is how it's being calculated. Similarly, for all the questions, for all the options of questions, we calculate. Hardly it takes few minutes. Hope this calculation is clear to all. Right. So let me go to the next one. Having done for all the questions, for all the options. The next one is this. See, this template, I'm speaking about the end semester examination. See, internal exams also you might have conducted. We call as a continuous assessment test, right? So there may be multiple divisions. Different teachers are teaching different divisions and all. So you need to collect for all the course outcome. It may be 10, 12, 8, 5 and all. It is a reasonable to have 5 to 10, right, course outcome for every course. Now these are the divisions. Then collect all the things and take the average of this. Okay, average of all these things. That is the attainment of course outcome for that, for all the course outcomes for a given course. It is the average of all the faculty member who have taught for different divisions and all these things. And internal exams, they are also calculated in the same way that whatever we are told. It could be written examination, it may be quizzes and all, it may be presentations, it may be whatever that is there. So for all evaluations, examinations, right, we have an objective. Every question has a course outcome. So we need to measure all those things and try to put the summary. This sheet extracts information from all internal examinations, different types of examinations, whatever that you do, and summarization of that is put into this. Let me go to the next slide. Here, this is the summary of both the attainment done at internal examination level and end semester examination level. This is the part 2. It includes both internal continuous assessment test and end semester examinations. So this particular column, right, column speaks about attainment of all the course outcome through continuous assessment test, internal examinations. These two columns, it speaks about attainment of course outcomes through end semester examination. The last two columns, okay, it speaks about the average of all these things. And you can draw the inference for every course outcome, because this is the most important thing. See, once you attain, say some percentage, 90%, 20%, 30%, the number has no meaning. What is that you infer? What went wrong? What changes required? Okay, how can you make student to learn more, right? So you need to infer certain things from that, and action plan is a very important thing. Hope this particular sheet is clear. Let me go to the next one. Right. Here, in a previous slide, we have measured the course outcome. Those course outcomes, okay, you need to copy here. You need to copy here, right? Then every course outcome is being mapped to program outcome in syllabus. So now consider that, okay, here, say this is 20 and 10. That means it is a 10% of 20%. That is an attainment of course outcome number 1. And in the syllabus, now assume that this course outcome is being mapped to, right, okay, B, E and K. Assume that. Or it could be 1 also. Mapping can be 1 to 1, 1 to many, many to many also, right? So this 20, okay, and 10, whatever that is there, 2010, you copy 2010 here also, and here also, right? And remember here, course outcome 1 is contributing to B, E and K here. There may be some other course outcome also, they also may map it to the same thing. Consider that situation. Now consider here course outcome number 8. So this is, say, assume it is 80 and 100. The meaning of this is 100% of 80%. That means it is 80%. That 80% support whatever we are coming, it's a full, perfect, accurate, correct. Right? So this 80%, assume that they are also contributing to B, E and right and K. That means this 80, 100 you are copying here also. Right? Like that, depending on how well you are mapped the course outcome to the program outcome in your course syllabus, right? Based on that mapping, you try to copy from left to right. Once this is done, then what you will be doing is you are taking the average of all the columns. This average speaks about the attainment of program outcome B through my course, because there is a mapping from link between CO to PO, PO to PEO. Right? Similarly, I take average of all the columns, and this particular row, okay, it speak about the attainment of all the program outcome which are relevant to my course. I mean this particular course. Right? All the program outcome need not be connected with my course. There may be few, right? But at least there has to be one. Otherwise, presence of the course in a curriculum makes no sense. So this sheet speaks about attainment of program outcome through my course. Previous slide, it was speaking about attainment of course outcome, all course outcome defined for my course. So this is CO to PO linking. Now having done a PO, right, for a given program, PO to PO mapping table matrix everyone might have generated. So looking at those things, we go for the next one, okay, that is, okay, program educational objectives. See here, look into that. In a previous thing, program outcome attainment that we have done, right? So PO to PO mapping done once for a program, it is available in the department. Now assume that, okay, this is a kind of things that you might have done it. This is a sample I am showing it to you, right? Now like this, all the program outcome should, okay, be part of one or the more program educational objectives. Otherwise the presence of that particular program outcome has no meaning. Now consider in this case, now all this tick mark need not be applicable to my course. My course may contribute only to, assume that, okay, D and L. In that case, whatever the attainment of D and L in a previous slide is there, say 20%, 10%, okay, attainment, average attainment, okay, I'll copy it here. Consider that it is a 80% and 100%, right? I'll copy here from the previous slide, that is attainment of program outcome. Now what I do is, I like this I fill. Now consider that these are the only applicable to my course. Other tick mark are not applicable, cross mark are not applicable to me, my course, because I contribute only for D and L. My course contribute only for D and L. D and L contribute only for, okay, program educational objectives 2, program educational objective 6, right? A is also contributing to program educational objective 6, but my course is not contributing for A, hence I am not putting into that. So now what is that I do is, average of the row, average of these, I'll take it and I'll try to put it here, and this becomes attainment of program educational objectives through my course, right here. Right? Similarly I do it. So through my course, I measure course outcome, all course outcome. Then course outcome to program outcome mapping, through that I indirectly say that program outcome, how I am contributing. Program outcomes are linked with the program educational objectives. So indirectly through my course, I'll say that one, how this is being mapped, right? At this stage, I would like to bring to your attention this particular thing. So tools and the process used in the assessment of achievement of POs. Now look into that. How do I write comment? Say in our department, we use what is called Department Undergraduate Committee, right? DUGC. So this is how I write it. DUGC has identified two main process for assessment of achievement of POs defined for this program and are as below. There are two stages at which we do. One is internal indirect measure. The internal indirect measurement of course learning outcome as an indirect measure to ensure that students are ready to take task upon the graduation to claim career and professional accomplishment. This is done through measurement of attainment of course outcomes mapped to POs through POs for all the courses. That's what I have illustrated. This is an indirect way of doing it. This definitely is a direct way of measuring the course outcome, indirect way of measuring program outcome and program educational objectives. Then what is the direct way of measuring POs and POs? We need to now look at this. It is external direct measurement. Measurement of POs through career and professional accomplishment is done by gathering the data through various tools like traditional handwritten form filling, emails, Google Doc, direct interaction with various people from the different categories, that is from graduate survey directly, from employer survey, from industrial advisory committee, etc. You go to the market and try to collect the data which supports your indirect measurement through your examination or whatever that you are done. Say you say that one, my students are I'm preparing my student so that they are acceptable in for primary institution for higher studies. What is that you have done? How competency you have built it? This is through examination I test and I claim my PO's attainment. So I may claim 80%, 20%, 30%, whatever it is. Fine. Now this is internally you are doing it. Then go to the market. How many students have taken admission to the primary institution? How many people are working at manager level? How many people are published patents? How many people have done their achievements in the market, research area, higher educations? Collect that data. That data supports your internal measurement, whatever you do. That's how that POs and POs measurement are done at two ways. One is internal indirect way through examination. Then external direct measurement, that is collecting the data which support your internal measurement. When you claim that it is 80% attainment, fine, external data will tell you, is it 80%? Should I believe it or not? Or is it right figure or not? Right number or not? It speaks all about that. Right? So this is how one has to look into these things. Please try to remember, right? Outcomes, program outcome, course outcome, whatever it is, they're what students are expected to know and able to do. So that's done through examinations. Now, a continuation of this, right? The forms which are created, I would like to show to you people here. So this is one of the student assessment report. Different people, they come to your institution for conducting training program. They conduct a test at the end of the training program. Give this form to them and ask them, right, how do you assess our student? Company people, they come and conduct a placement. Give this sheet to them and say that one, out of the number of students whoever has appeared, right, can you grade the student whom you are examined based on these things? And this also one of the way of measuring program outcome and program educational objectives. So look at this. This is what computer science department has developed. Details of the evaluator, the name, the role, could be examiner, could be judge for the event, could be employer, representative for placement activities, right? Details of the organization, from which company, which organization they have come, email IDs, their mobile number, then details about the examination itself. Is it a placement activity, okay, or lab or whatever events, or is it then date of conduction of examination, okay, batch size, the number of students who cleared that examination, right? Then summary, it is not individual students level, right? Then ability to apply knowledge of mathematics, science and engineering. This is one of the program outcome, right? Based on your program outcome, whatever that you write, which are in line with your graduate attributes, right? You have to frame the questions. Now, assuming that these are the program outcome, ability to apply knowledge of mathematics, science and engineering about the student you examined, right? Then 1 to 5, 1 is not applicable, some of the things may not be applicable in that particular test. In that case it's 1. Then 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 is excellent. This is an abstract way of looking into this. Similarly, all, okay, program outcome, whatever that you have designed for your program, put it, and any other additional comment, and you can make them to submit. You can take it, analyze this one, keep the data which is supporting the internal claims that whatever that you are doing for program outcome. There is another thing, right? Okay, it's a graduate survey, right? You go to the graduates, right, and ask them, right, what are your achievements, what is that you are doing. Initially we built a very complex form, and people have responded that, okay, they don't have a time to do all these things. Now we have made it very simple, one simple text box, fill everything there. It goes like this: your name, your batch, and we ask them that please record details in the box given below about your noteworthy accomplishment in your professional career. It may include admission to higher education and completion, joining any organization, you taking great assignment in your organization, you completing a project and getting any awards, any type of things, getting patents, whatever that is there. So any noteworthy things, whatever that is there, okay, fill in this box and simply submit it. It is as simple as this. Then we will try to look into that one and okay, classify all the informations and use it as a supporting document accordingly for all your internal claims for COs attainment, POs attainment, POs attainments. The email ID of that one, and this can be a, okay, a Google Doc, it can be a simple form filling, whatever that is there. This is just a prototype that I'm demonstrating. It can be used. This. So having done, okay, like this, the most important thing is the inference drawn and action plan. So based on attainment, say the attainment is a number, 80%, 20%, 30%, whatever it is, right? What is that you infer from that? Then what action plan, okay, you are thinking about, generate it. The action plan, say I immediately after the cat 1, okay, I have a certain action plan, immediately I do it, so that changes I can bring, okay, by the time student go for cat 2, so that there may be an improvement from cat 2 to cat 3. Or sometimes, okay, after completing the semester, whatever that you do, that this action plan could be for the next semester, different course, or for the same course, whatever it is. So finally, maybe end semester examination, controller of examination announce a result. You can have a classifications if at all you wanted to do it, and this classification try to measure, okay, try to compare with attainment and all. So whenever you claim that one, there are 10 students with 9 pointers, they should really a 9 pointer, right? If a placement people come and say that one, okay, these are the 9 pointers and all, then your attainment has no meaning at all, right? Distinction should be a distinction. Everyone should claim that they are distinction, including the people who come for placement activities and all. So, right, doing it sincerely, ethics of doing all these things without getting into the influence waves and all these things here and there, unbiased approach of a faculty member, a teacher, a guru. That is the most important part of this number game. Number game, 90%. When I say that 90% of the students are in S grade, that means everyone should say that yes, they are worth, okay, claiming S grade. This is what is required. And report ends with signature of all the people and all those things. And this is simple prototype. You are free to add any dimensions, delete any dimensions. If any changes that you do it, make it a point to inform me also. I'm available at mobile number 944-8915-301. Alternatively, you can reach to me through email u.p.kulkarni at yahoo.com. So this is the worksheet template. If you find it useful, use it. If you have other alternatives of doing all these things, you are welcome. Please share with all so that everyone use that one, so that as a whole, okay, department, institution, state, and engineering education of this country keeps moving in the right direction. Thank you. With this, we come to the end of this particular session, focusing on how to measure course outcome, and program educational objectives. Please refer our earlier video sessions on how to define a course outcome, program educational objectives, and generic walkthrough on, right, accreditation process, etc. They are available on YouTube. Thank you.